At least 500 vulnerable families in Harare's Hopley suburb have received food aid courtesy of the Muslim Covid-19 Response Food Program in partnership with the Dar al-Salam Foundation. The basic commodities are meant to cushion them against hunger during the Covid-19 induced lockdown.
My name is Agrippa Kapuya and I'm the chairman of Dar al-Salam Foundation. Dar al-Salam Foundation is a humanitarian non-governmental organization coming from a Muslim background. Humanitarian in Islam takes its reference from the alliance of the virtuous formed in the pre-Islamic era in Mecca, in which the Messenger Muhammad, peace be upon him, was a member of that unity of purpose. The goal of humanitarian in Islam is to fight in every way against economic, legal, psychological, cultural, and other drawbacks and hindrances which limit human rights, and in a manner that is not in conformity with the dignity of human beings. This organization doesn't look at religion, but it looks at everyone as a human being, because we take the reference from something that started pre-Islamic. So it's not only religious, but we are looking at every people. And we work with other organizations of different religions also. That is the goal, to protect people from the effects of this pandemic. So we are actually looking at those disadvantaged and those elderly, children, and orphans, all those people who have been greatly affected with this pandemic. We are trying to help them.
Okay, so I think coming from the background that we had before the advent of COVID-19 pandemic, we see that most of our people were already affected with the economic and social meltdown that was happening in the country. And given that in the past few years there was erratic rainfall in terms of production, we didn't produce much for the country, and a lot of our people were having difficulties in securing food challenges. So malnutrition in Zimbabwe had become rampant. So we decided as an organization to come in and help the country during the COVID-19, which has brought about a food crisis which has never been seen in the country. So this is not enough. Today we have distributed around 500 food hampers to the most vulnerable and the most poor individuals in the community, to try and help them to adapt and carry on in this during these times of difficulties. But this is not enough. So I think going forward, I would like to encourage and appeal to local and international partners and donors to come in and assist us with more resources, so that we can keep on carrying on with this work that we are doing here. This is a starting point, and this definitely is not the last. So going forward, we would want to give more, and to have a greater impact and a wider horizon.
As Muslims, it is indeed an obligation for us to look after, those who are vulnerable. So knowing our situation in Zimbabwe, we've been affected by sanctions for a long time. Already the people have been suffering. And now enters this COVID situation, which has made the situation worse. So it was incumbent upon us to run around to make sure that our communities are assisted as far as, sources of livelihood is concerned. As you know, the lockdown has made people not to be, running around in terms of sourcing for, finances and things like that, to make sure that they have food on the table. So this indeed has been the cause why we have had to run around to make sure that we respond, so that our people at least, are cautioned.
It is indeed a great honor. Today we have indeed covered about 500, and we are targeting With this first phase, we are targeting about 1,005. That is on the first phase, but we hope that is going to be an ongoing program. What is more important is to reach out to each and every person in the country, though it's not very much possible, but at least we complement each other with the humanitarian players, so that at least we reach out to the people and they at least have something. The lockdown, which is a result of the COVID-19 pandemic, has not left communities in an economic, in a financial position that allows them to have something on the table on a daily basis. So we decided that at least partnering with various humanitarian players internationally, we reach out to humanity, irrespective of religious affiliation or ethnic background.
Beneficiaries could not hide their gratitude for the timely intervention.
Totenda avudzi bilayi shetwanilai mwari khandulilayi totenda tipa chikafu atirangarirawo necovid yauya iyi kuti tiraramise nherera kwakuchisina vinovharawo pavharawo azukuru ona kudya ndochengeta zukuru 4.
Aiwa, tinopa kutenda kuna Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala nekuti watitungamirira uye watibatsira zvakanyanyisa. Nyasha tinoti dzadururwa kubva kuna Nyadenga. Ndine 7 vana vandinawo vandinochengeta. Vazukuru vanotibatsira zvisingaiti ivava vanotiigira ivava. Vanotipa chikafu nguva zhinji tinowana kubva muchechi kwedu. Vanotirerutsira zvakanyanyisa.
Ini ndinotenda ndezvavanotiitira maMoslem. Ngaramba akadaro. Ndauti nguva ino inguva yenzara. Saka muri kutiraramidza. Vavakomborere nevanhu vanotipa. Vawedzere pamwewo kuti gore rinouya vatipewo zvimwewo futi. Ndinotenda chaizvo. Ndinorarama nevazukuru vangu 3. Nemwana wangu akavirwa nemurume wake, ini ndakavirwa nemurume wangu. Akaita 15 years murume wangu achirwara stroke. Asi ndinotenda Mwari ndiye zvamunotiita, rambai makadaro.
The effects of the COVID-19 pandemic are being felt world over, and the welfare of the less privileged members of society should never be overlooked. It calls for a multi-stakeholder approach to ensure they are food secure.